and game of 10 minutes and 10 seconds increment. The previous game was quite intense and very dramatic, but Erigaisi actually had the victory in its grasp, and he just simply blundered towards the end. That must have been incredibly frustrating. Very, very, very frustrating. And it happens even to the super GMs when they go low on time, the decisions might not be the best for them to play then because you simply need more time to assess the position correctly and to act on it. That really does take time. Okay, so let's look at the current position now, in which it seems that White's doing consists significantly better here. um, Bishop to d3. Now, knight on c3 does attack the queen. Probably you've noticed, guys, there is the possibility of a pin. Just saying. Possibility of a pin here. And you got to be very, very mindful about what to do with the knight, because if the knight moves, queen drops. Standing on this, then the queen would be taken straight away. And if you do this, I would just assume just simply take it back. So we got to be careful here. Black's probably b6. Okay. Anyway, Prague goes for queen c2. Just wonder if queen to d2 was actually a good option. Let me just go back because now I'm a little bit intrigued. Is there something wrong with queen d2? Let me just play it. What's wrong with queen d2? The engine absolutely loves it, and I do maintain the advantage, so to speak. Not just maintaining the advantage, but actually the engine is super happy. Even more, queen d2 looks a better option than queen to c2, which had been played. Let me just go back now. Again, previously I would have expected Prague to play queen to d2, placing the black queen in a pin. Sorry, the black knight in a pin. But he went for queen c2. Strange. Anyway, a battery is a battery. That means, for the time being, black is being hindered into castling kingside. Because we're going to take a pawn, check, taking material with tempo attacking the king. So I don't think Erigaisi can afford to castle now. And I still guess Erigaisi is under the frustration, huge frustration of the previous match, which he lost due to a blunder at the end. So don't think that's an easy game now. It's very psychological, very, very psychological. He needs to sit down, apply himself to the current position and play his best. It's not going to be easy now psychologically because he just lost the game and now you're going to play another one and you're frustrated, you're upset. You know, you were supposed to be winning the previous match and it must be really frustrating for Erigaisi. And White now is doing better. White King is safe. He finished development completely. He just created a battery that prevents black from castle. He only needs to figure out how to attack this guy twice. There are a couple of ways. Probably there is only one good way to be attacking the knight on c3. And probably you guys would agree that something like rook f to c would hit the knight twice. So they would probably have to play knight e4, knight a4. This one might or may not work because you just simply take back, probably with the knight. I don't think Erigaisa would take here though. King still in the center. Slightly uncomfortable for black here. Because probably they will need to be spending a tempo to playing something like, let me just give an idea, something like g6. But you know what's the setback of playing g6? Always, always. When you do g6 in this position and your opponent has the dark square bishop available, you actually might be landing in something like bishop h3. So not just that you do not stop white from frustrating your castling, you actually concede and give them the dark squares. This is really problematic for black here. Playing g6 does not solve the problem with castling the king, but actually ushers in new era of problems for the black king due to bishop h6 being played. So this is very difficult for Erigaisi. And if you're thinking at, for instance, f5, just explaining as much as I can understand, if you're thinking for black f5 to being played, there is another weakness that profiles itself, namely the e6 pawn, which could potentially be attacked at times by a move like knight g5. Okay, so it's just the beginning of many problems here for black. Very difficult. Um, the engine gives an evaluation of quite balanced appreciation here, but humanly, humanly, seems that it's a bit more difficult for black. I mean, you can't castle long, and even if you wanted to, you got to figure out what to do with this bishop on c8, which is quite bad. Just quite bad. Where do you get the bishop? If you want to play b6, then you're sort of blocking the queen. You got to be very careful. And if you play this kind of stuff, the knight drops. And even if you figure out what to do with the knight, the queen doesn't have too many options unless you want to drop them. But you can't move the queen away because the knight is hanging. It's a plethora of issues for black here. I don't want to have the black pieces here. I'd rather have the white pieces in this position. I put the eval bar again. Plus 0.21. Well, I think psychologically is a bit more than plus 0.21. Especially after rook f to c. And guys, you notice it's such an uncomfortable position here for black that he just spends a lot of time to think about what to do. Hi there, Adam. Thanks for visiting our stream. This is a live game, by the way, happening right now in between Pragdananda and Erigaisi in the quarterfinals. And Prague's winning now 3-2. I mean, the general score. And if he gets this victory, that's it. Right. So I simply do not have very good moves for black, and I would be very interested, very curious if you guys spot any secret plan, any undertake here by black. Please do let me know. I simply cannot fathom something very nice for Erigaisa to play here. It's incredibly frustrating. Again, this comes as a result of a previous defeat Erigaisa just lost. Crazy. He lost a crazy position in which actually he did have the chance to win. He just needed to push upon and capitalize. I know it's easier said than done, but he blundered. So he must be really frustrated. And now he spends more time. He's getting like again in time issues with like 2 minutes and something on the clock. Whereas Prague, 6 minutes 41. That's like 3 times more time, so to speak. Again, problematic for Erigaisi. My gut tells me that Prague's gonna do it. I mean, if you're having whites here, you're really feeling confident. You have the battery with the queen and the bishop looking this way. You have another bishop cutting through on b8, h2, and also exerting pressure on the f4, h6. So I really think Erigaisi is in trouble. And I don't see a plan. I don't see a way out. Whatever black can play, it's just insufficient. It just feels like psychologically, it's just something's missing here. Something doesn't quite add up. The bishop hadn't been played. The king hadn't been castled. You name it. Whereas Prague developed everything. Prague's very happy. White king nice and safe. Rooks are connected. All the minor pieces developed. I mean, bloody heck, I think that should be even more advantageous than just plus 0.21. Should be way better for white here. So black needs to figure out what the heck to do with the king. Do you just do something like king e7 here? Because really, I think I just run out of options. And then again, guys, something weird happens with Erigaisi because he just spends way too long here. Way too long here. He's definitely not happy. I'm telling you that. He's just not happy. He can't move the queen. If you retreat the queen, you drop the knight. What is he doing? Sorry, guys. On my screen, it shows like he's actually under 13 seconds. Can someone just tell me what the heck is actually going on here? What is going on with Erigais's clock? Did I just miss what's going on here? Sorry, I just don't know what the heck's happening. Did I just miss a couple of moves or something? Okay, let me just try and refresh the page. This is weird. Very weird. What on earth had just happened? Did they make a move and I missed it? Maybe it hasn't been updated. Oh yeah, bloody hell. Just looking at something and they actually moved things around. So let me just go back to Queen C2 because they did play something, but for some strange reason, didn't update it. So D takes C, you would expect D takes C to just hit this guy. Bishop takes, attacks, bishop moves, attacks again. And bishop moves, attacking the rook in a corner. You could see down the bishop targets the rook. The rook must move. Oh, or the knight moves. So he got rid of a weakness. He got rid of a weakness in terms that the queen has no longer to staying here to defend the knight. So he repositioned the knight on a d5 knight square, attacking the bishop on f4, which is a very, very aggressive bishop. Now he wants to open up the A. I just wonder if black just simply try and do something like either bishop d6. Stopping a little bit black from dreaming of castling, or just simply bishop g3 if you don't like it. Just saying. a4, not a bad thought. Not a bad thought wanting to open up the A column. But you still have time to castle. He didn't. He just pushed, creating two fast pawns. That's something. Knight to c4. Why didn't he take on c4 though? All right. I've just seen it. Sorry, I asked the question and then I've seen the answer immediately. If queen takes on c4, we've got this. Then you're going to drop either queen or rook because you can't defend them both. It is what it is. Yeah, queen c4, then bishop a6, you really have to. And it's difficult. I don't know. So it's bad. Therefore, he didn't take with the queen. He played instead knight d2, d3 hitting the queen, and not just hitting the queen, but the black queen also targets the knight. Knight takes c4, taking a pawn. With tempo, you take my queen. I'm going to take your queen to b4. And now Prague is thinking. This knight is under threat. It's already attacked. And the white queen is attacked by the pawn. So where do you move the queen? Do you move the queen? Are you going to play knight d6? Just asking. I mean, it's a first glance at this tactics happening right now. By the way, guys, this is a live game. So Prague and Erigaisi play as we speak, and hopefully I'm going to get the updated moves every single time they play them. So actually we can do a running commentary on the very live position happening before our eyes. So do you think the way out of this mess for Prague would be knight d6? Or there's something else for white? Now it's the moment, guys, to exert your analytical, your calculation prowess. Now is the moment. Knight d6 seems to be the case. But actually it's bad. Because you know why? Knight d6, queen takes. And even if you take it back, they're going to be taking you. So black actually going to end up having 3 minor pieces versus 2. Queen to d3. Queen to d3. But what's the bad stuff about this one? Oh boy, it's this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh no, no, no. No way, Jose. Ooh. Oh. This is it. This is it. Bishop a6, right? I think I'm correct here. Bishop a6, you got an issue. Whatever you want to play, there is a problem here. Right, so what did happen? Knight takes f4, e takes f4, and now bishop coming exactly. Okay, that was that was an in-between move that black played, and now bishop a6, pinning the knight to the queen, just to make it obvious. And that's not over. Unfortunately for Prague, it's not over. And happily for Erigaisi, there is also rook a to c8 coming. You guessed it. Next turn, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's actually slightly complicated, but I think that might be the best way to be dealing with. What on earth's going on here? What on earth is going on here? Okay, queen takes, knight takes, pawn moves down the board. Then we always have this. And we always have, no, you can't move this guy, but you definitely can play rook a to b8. Supporting the pawn's advancement if that's necessary, and probably it is. And, oh, he just played it now. He reinforced it now. Reinforced it now. The knight is still in a pin. So that wants to say, ladies and gents, if queen would take the black queen, rook takes back, still attacking the pin piece. Twice. You move the knight, you drop the rook, you don't move the knight, I'm going to take the knight. Plus, there is a bonus problem here. Bonus happiness for Erigaisi. This guy on b3 is marching down the board. Well, so let me just go back briefly. It was rook b8, queen takes b, rook took, knight d6 with tempo, check. But now I guess you can move the king and attack the knight. Exactly. King attacks, and the black bishop still hits the f1. And not just that the king attacks the knight, there is also the rook on h8 that is ready to double up behind the pawn, which will be pushed down the board. That's it. Very positively outlook for black here for Erigaisi. And not that good for Prague. Not at this stage, though. Knight to b5, b2, blocks, blockade, and now Erigaisi's turn. What did he play? Oopsie day. Oh, yeah. So he took the knight. Well, he gonna take back, obviously. And I reckon you're gonna take back. And still you're gonna get the rook from H to B, over to B. And then you got yourself another. Well, after pawn takes, you're gonna take back, right? And then you have another guy coming in to help. You got another guy. Good luck stopping. And the black rook ready to go behind the pawns and supporting their advancement. So starts looking very optimistic now for Erigaisi. So that's a rapid game, guys. It's a rapid game happening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. What is Prague doing? Did they forget to update the moves here? Because it's weird for Prague not to have moved. I mean, he was just supposed to be taking the bishop back. Okay, I think I need to reload the page or something because this is really weird. I mean, it's no, okay. I need to refresh the page. This is very frustrating because they do not, chess.com does not update the move. What? Did it lose or something? Oh, bloody hell, of course it did. So AB5, in case you're wondering, guys, they didn't update the move. Sorry, it's not my fault, it's chess.com's fault. Takes and takes back. That was to be expected. And exactly as we said, the pawn on a7 is ready to march down the board. Well, not too many things to do, though, this guy. But I got the idea. In case you're wondering why on earth did Prague play rook f to e1, it is simply because he wants to push one of these guys. I don't know which one. And when the black pawn disappears, theoretically, or if they capture, you might be having a discovered check on the king, potentially taking more material. And of course, black's not going to fall for this. Of course, they're not going to fall for this. That's the reason Erigaisi played knight f6, attacking the bishop. wanted to get rid of this guy. So what did happen after knight f6? Let me just go knight f6, bishop c6, attacking, forward move. Absolutely sweet. You can't take because bishop would have taken and your guy is pinned anyway. Now you got to think what to do. King d6. If you grab this guy, we might be having just simply piece loss here. Oopsie daisy. And there we go, he had one. Do you know something, guys? I think now we're going to be seeing some blitzes because the format, plus it's a 3-3 result. It's a 3-3 result in between these two, so they're going to go and refill their coffee cup. So then they're going to be returning. So I think we've got the 5 minutes and 5 seconds increment. By the way, guys, if you find this one helpful to any extent, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Perhaps follow me on Twitch as well. That would be helpful. And you guys get notified when I'm moving in the live stream. So by what is said here, what it says here, it's like a 2-game match, 5+3. So that's tie break now. So they need to go through this. 5-3 and 3-2. That's what it is. Okie dokie. Hello, Step. Good to see you, brother. How's it going? Okay. So I think we're going to see a blitz 5-3. Two blitzes actually 5-3 and then 1-3-2. Let me go back to games here. Results are 3-3. Yeah, look at this one. We definitely need the tie break here. It's 3-3. So they're going to be doing now 2-5-3 and 1-3-2, and then 1-3-2 until someone just wins and the other guy loses. It can only be one. So yeah, cool stuff. Are they playing? Are they moving? Probably in a couple of minutes, right? They should be starting in a couple of minutes because it's 3-3. Tomorrow it's a rest day. They need to keep playing today. These two guys, at least, Arjun and Erigaisi and Prague, because it's 3-3. Huh. Oh yeah. I mean, they should. I guess they should be playing 2-5-3 games. And I'm just watching now the chess.com's list here. I don't see anything updated. Maybe I need to refresh the page or something. Okay, I refreshed the page. Should be seeing here the game happening because they played two rapids, 0-1, 0-1, one for first for Prague, second for Erigaisi, and very difficult to say. I think we are still yet to witness who's gonna qualify in between. Yeah, there you go, guys. There you go, guys. We're still having Erigaisi versus Prague now, so I really can't say who in between these guys. Then we got Fabi and Magnus. You can go for anyone, really. Really, I mean. And the Basov. Interesting. Interesting. We'll find out. We'll find out in a matter of days. So for the time being, we need to see who's qualifying now in between Prague and Erigaisi. And that'll be faster because they're going to be playing 5 minutes and 3 seconds increment. Let's go back to the position. Okay, I've got my call here. Quite a few blunders they made. They played many times. Magnus and Caruana, they did play many times. And I think the statistics have it like Magnus won more often than Caruana. He had more wins than when he versed Caruana, if I'm correct. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't have the statistics. I don't know. But they did play a few times for sure. It is possible. Yes. Well, everything's possible, really. But probably odds are leaning towards Magnus. We'll find out. Not tomorrow though. Tomorrow is rest day, so probably, guys, we should be pulling an arena tomorrow. So if you will be visiting chess.com, don't forget to send me a friend request or something, and then we're gonna be playing an arena tomorrow evening. Tomorrow there is no Fide World Cup happening, so absolutely. Yes, yes, Abhishek. Yes, Magnus Prague also interesting. Um, absolutely. But these two now needs to start the 5-3. Let's see. They played two rapids. In the first match, Prague won, and Erigaisi blundered. And in the second match, Prague blundered, and Erigaisi won. So what can I say? And that was a rapid. The accuracy wasn't that huge, because of the blunders that have been played. And now we're going to see blitzes. Now we're going to see 5-3. Let me refresh the page just in case they started moving the pieces, because this chess.com, it just doesn't upload the last moves that happened. You need to refresh the page. I don't know why. I absolutely don't know why. How many minutes does it take them? I mean, what they do? Did they start or something? Let me go back to the main page and try figure out. No, they haven't started yet. And by the way, let's have a look at the results, which are here. So we've got Magnus, we've got Abasov, we got Fabi, and we need the fourth player. The fourth player in this quarterfinals. And after this, we got a semifinals. That would be, I think, in 2 days from now. And yeah, semifinals and final. Yeah, it's very difficult to say. They both blundered today in their rapids. They both blundered today. So it's very difficult to actually say for sure. You can't. You cannot say for sure. You can say who you're rooting for, Prague, Arjun. I mean, you could say, but there's no guarantee. Now it's what's going on here. It looks like it's frozen. Well, I hope the stream is still going. I hope. Oh, come on, dude. So what's going on? It's chess.com website. Is it crashing? Gotta be kidding me. Okay, I've reloaded the page. Did they start moving? Not just yet. Okay. It didn't start yet. Very weird. So, chess.com needs more maintenance. Something. Okay, they haven't started yet. So, Abhishek, what do you say? That? Oh, okay. So you say that Arjun is slightly stronger in Blitz. Yeah. And he's going to have whites now. That matters. He's going to start first. I don't know what he's going to play. By the way, in the first game today, do you believe that he played something very weird? He played the e4, e5, d4, and then I said, wait a second, is Arjun actually going to play the Danish gambit? But after Prague took, he took with the queen. A little bit unusual, because normally you don't want to put the queen on a central square. Being attacked, harassed by knights and things. And he did get attacked by the Black Knights, indeed. Quite a few times, that is. So, very weird opening he played today, Arjun. At the end, he lost the first game, but he won the second. So, yeah, it's good. Good for him. And now it's 3-3, tie breaks. When are they going to start? I don't know. Shall we do a quick puzzle, guys, before the match is starting? Okay, let's do a quick puzzle. Let's do a quick one, and then we're going to be returning for sure. Okay, what have we got in here? Talking feature in chess, like another sports game. Talking feature. Can you give me more details? What do you mean by talking feature in chess? Like the AI on chess.com to actually be speaking? Like the Amazon's Alexa or any other AI like Chat GPT AI or something. If you can provide a bit more details, I try to figure out what he's saying. Okay, do we have to sack a pawn here? Do I have to move the king actually? Or do I have to just do the check? What do I have to do? Be running this way. Oopsie daisy. What about this one? That with this or this? No, not this. That's nonsense. So if we play this, they might be playing this or that. So if we play knight f3, they go here. I'm going this, but this, and then back. They move and I'll take the rook, and they take mine. Weird. Like people can talk with each other while playing. Oh, that's cool. I think it's cool. Now, if you do a bullet game, so let's put it this way, Abhishek. If you play a bullet game, you might not be very interesting to just trash talking with the other guy. But I think if you just play. But wait a minute. We do have the classroom feature already implemented. So actually, you can absolutely talk with the other guy. Or, okay, but that's just, so to speak, in between student and a tutor. You're talking about the talk feature in between just players as it happens. Probably you have it as an option. So you can like cross the mic or you can toggle on the mic and probably you just talk with the other guy. You could potentially. Yeah. I think it's good to have it as a feature, but I'm not particularly super interested in during the bullets to talk with the other guy or blitz or something. I don't know. But I think it's good to have it as a feature anyway. Anyway, not mentioning there will be probably some guys wanting to say some nasty things, some not very orthodox statements towards yourselves or something personally, and you may not be very keen on hearing that. So, have the chat feature as an option, but obviously you're going to have the freedom to just not enact it, just leave it off if you're not feeling comfortable with. Yeah, leave it accessible, but hey. All right, what do we do here? King f3, f3. This one is not good because of this. Is it, I don't know. This one? What? Oh, sorry. Is there a fork somewhere? This. Where's the fork? This. And they're going to be moving God knows where. F3. I don't know. This and then this and then this and this. Oh man, that's a weird one. Huh. Knight f3 and rook c4. Knight f3. King's gonna play here, but then no, sorry, my mistake. Knight f3 king can only play, let's say, here, or if they run away. Do you know something interesting? After knight f3 check, actually, yeah, they go just here, then rook c4 and checkmate. Yes, yes, absolutely. Hi there, Evie. Good to see you. Yes, Diet Dafa. Thanks for stopping for the stream. And we're gonna go back to Erigaisi because it's 3 minutes. Um, yes, that is correct. That is correct. Step, that is correct. And now we're just gonna take this guy. We took it. Let's go back to Fide World Cup, Prague versus Arjun. Oh, come on. Okay. By the looks of it, they haven't started. Again, guys, we got a 5 minutes and 3 seconds increment, 2 of these, and then 3-2 because it's a tie break. And then we're gonna find out who's the 4th qualifier. And yeah, that is cool. Who's gonna play whom in 2 days from now? Because tomorrow it's a rest day. Let me check again the info. The schedule. So now it's 17th. tomorrow doesn't look like they're not going to be playing. A day off tomorrow, Friday, day off, and 19th of August, round 7 and finals. In the Blitz, you could play whatever you want in the Blitz. Whatever. Oh, but we've done this, don't we? Yeah. Hold a second. What's going on with this one? Haven't we just do it? That's weird. Okay, what's this interesting combination here? We need to act and to check.